say
yo 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 yo. Lauren LaRose is filling in for Jess. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
peace to the planet. It's Thursday. Good morning. How everybody feel out there?
How you feeling, brother?
I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners, man. What's happening?
Where you at? I can't even see you.
Oh, I'm at home right now. My wife had a headache this morning, so I'm gonna stay home and help the kids. She actually had she had a migraine last night, so
yes.
Stay home and help the kids get ready this morning.
Oh, I thought you was still hiding from Miss Goldberg.
I was waiting for Charlamagne.
Miss Goldberg.
I was waiting for Charlamagne to be here.
I said, he was ducking and fade today, just in case she had to pull up here and remind him.
No, I was gonna say, shut up and come over here and give me a kiss. I wanted to see if he was gonna jump up as fast as he did for what beat his me.
No, you're not a 69-year-old black woman.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't know what I identify as, sir. You don't know what I identify as.
Well, after January 20th, you better figure it out, okay? Because Trump said it's over for all that. But no, I got mad love for Miss Goldberg, of course.
Now, last night, my headphones are messed up. Let me fix them right fast. Here we go. So last night, I got a chance to check out Gladiator 2.
Oh, this is a Gladiators in Hudson.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got a chance to check out Gladiators 2.
I heard it's really good.
It is very good. Of course, it's not as great as the first one, but it's really good, and Denzel does his damn thing. I was kind of concerned with how do you
what kind of dumbass question is that? What kind of
he
stupid
always
ass statement
does his
is that?
thing. If you went in there thinking Denzel was going to be like 2D movie,
it's like from the from Rome and back in the Gladiator days, and
Bro, do you know who that is, bro? That's
I know.
Denzel Washington, one of the greatest actors of all time.
That's how I know you don't identify as a what age or whatever age black woman.
Black woman, yeah.
Yeah, because you would have known that Denzel be doing his thing, and you would have never went in there thinking he was going to be in a 2B movie.
I mean, there's one part that Denzel was still Denzel, like from Training Day. It came out a little bit, but besides that, the movie was really good. It was a long movie too. I think 2 hours long.
Denzel from Training Day.
It pops out a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. The last scene when he's on the horse, you'll see.
How many Denzel Washington movies have you seen, man?
All of them.
Yeah, I don't
Equalizer 1, Equalizer 2, Equalizer 3, Training Day. The one where his son lost the heart. I didn't see every
Flight, Safe House, Book of Eli, American Gangster, Great Debaters, Remember the Titans, Hurricane.
Every
he got game.
But I'm telling you, you'll see when you get a chance to check out the movie. The Training Day Denzel pops out at the end a little bit. You'll see. But it was a great flick, though. Gladiator 2, if you get a chance, definitely go check it out. Pretty long, of course, not as good as the first one, but it was a great flick. I got to see it last night with the wife. Me and the wife went out on date night, so it was pretty cool.
Did he kiss anybody? He didn't kiss the man, right? They said that wasn't true, right?
Nah, just on the cheek. He kissed a bunch of people on the cheek, kissed a bunch of white men's hands, but no lip to lip.
Okay.
Is that what you wanted to see?
No.
Oh.
That's what you paid attention to. You knew every kiss.
Me?
Well,
yes.
I mean, it's a lot in there. It's a lot in there. If you go check it out, you'll see. But great movie. So that's 2.5 hour movies I've seen. Wicked and now that.
You don't go to the movies a lot, do you, Envy?
No.
Because movies be long.
I know. What did you talk? Movies are 2 hours now.
2.5 hours. 2.5. That's long. Usually movies are 1 hour and 40. 2 hours the most.
I'm a Marvel guy, so a lot of them be kind of long. But no, I mean, most good movies are pretty. That's pretty standard.
The last
nowadays,
Black Panther was long too, right?
Yeah, it was, but. It is when it gets 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes, and then there's 30 minutes of previews. You're in the theater for like 3.5 hours. That's a long time to be in a movie theater.
But I will say, if I go out to the theater now, even though I did go see Moana 2 last week.
Man.
Well, I said Moana.
No,
Moana 2.
Go ahead.
Yes, I did say Moana.
You called it Moana. Go ahead.
I did not say Moana. If I went to see Moana 2 last week with the kids, if I'm in a theater, I can see a 2.5 hour movie. If I'm home, it ain't happening. I fall asleep. Only a 2.5 hour movie, a long movie, can keep me awake in the theater.
I don't care where I'm at, depending on the movie.
Let me ask you a question, Charlamagne, and you as well, Lauren. When y'all go to movies, do y'all bring your own snacks? My mind don't know what it does. Oh, okay.
I don't. My mom used to make me do that, though.
Me neither. I don't do that either.
Who does it? Who you trying to call out?
Nobody.
Oh. I don't know, Envy. I feel like it's shade in there, but I just don't know where it's coming from.
I might stop at 7-Eleven beforehand. We all get trolleys and,
So you bring your own snacks?
Yep, I do.
Why you
and I'm
proud
of it. And I'm proud of it. I do. I definitely do. The kids do. All right, because Charlie's in the movie theater is like $8, $7.50.
Nah.
See, but you got kids. It's just me.
Yeah, the reason I don't is because I like getting a tub of popcorn. I like getting my peanut M&Ms at the theater. That's all I get. A tub of popcorn is a peanut M&M.
Yeah, I get a popcorn too and a drink, but when it comes to them candy with the kids, we stop at the $5 at the dollar store or 7-Eleven. But anyway, let's get the show cracking. Tika Sumpter will be joining us. She's in the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Which I seen the premiere for last night. I also seen the premiere for Clarissa Shields' movie. And I'm excited to see that. That's coming out.
Ryan Destiny did her thing.
Yeah, that's coming out Christmas, and I'm
going
excited
to see that.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
going to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and what's his name has a new one? Michael B. Jordan has a new movie that's coming out soon as well. Ryan Coogler did as well. I want to check that out as well. Kind of scary though, but I want to see that. But anyway, let's get the show cracking. Tika Sumpter will be joining us, and we got front page news next with Morgan. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess, and let's get in some front page news. On Thursday night football, the Packers take on the Lions at 8:15. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. There is a big story developing out of New York. I'm sure you guys have heard all about it. Y'all doing okay this morning?
Yes.
Up there? All right. So this story out of New York, as the search continues for a man who gunned down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Manhattan. Now, the suspect in Wednesday morning shooting ran off and ultimately jumped on a bike, e-bike, and rode into Central Park. But police have surveillance video of him and are hoping to catch him quickly. Now, NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch spoke publicly yesterday about what they saw on the video. Let's hear more from Jessica Tisch.
Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target. The suspect fled, first on foot, then on an e-bike, and was last seen in Central Park. We will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case.
So investigators say, well, go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say I don't think they're gonna find that guy because that guy is not meant to be found.
He's giving.
That was clearly a targeted hit, right?
Absolutely.
Silence on this gun. I don't think he's meant to be found.
Yeah, well, the motive is not clear. They do believe that Thompson, of course, was targeted, as you mentioned. Yeah, like you said, there was a silencer on the gun. In fact, he even cleared the gun. So police and investigators are saying this guy is actually a professional, so he knows what he's doing. NYPD Chief of Detectives Joe Kinney says 3 shell casings, 3 live rounds, and a cell phone were found at the scene. The words deny, defend, and depose were reportedly etched in the shell casings discovered by detectives on the scene. I believe Lauren reached out to law enforcement.
What?
Yes, deny, defend, depose. So
he wrote that on the bullet?
No.
Well, we're not saying that he wrote it. What we're saying is that detectives have discovered or reportedly discovered that shell casings at the scene had those deny, defend, and depose words etched into them. So let's hear more from NYPD Chief Detective Joe Kinney on what they found at on the scene and in the video.
This does not appear to be a random act of violence. We are seeking information from the public to help identify the shooter. We're working through that cell phone. Obviously, we'll be processing it forensically. And as far as words being exchanged, we do not have audio of the incident. We only have the regular video. He ignores numerous other pedestrians, approaches the victim from behind, and shoots him in the back. The shooter then walks toward the victim and continues to shoot. It appears that the gun malfunctions as he clears the jam and begins to fire again.
Very scary.
Hold on now. So the shell casing said deny, defend, depose, and just like the news report said, I read the gun jammed and he kept shooting.
Oh yeah, he cleared it like twice.
He was able to clear the jam and keep shooting. Yes.
So he shot 4 times. 4 times, right? I heard the man got hit.
Yes. So Kinney says the video showed, of course, that the masked suspect was dressed in dark clothes and a distinctive gray backpack. So, of course, they're looking for him. And, of course, the victim, 50-year-old Thompson, he was shot multiple times and later pronounced dead at a hospital. He was in town for an investor conference, and a $10,000 reward is already being offered to find the suspect and look for, in terms of helping find the suspect.
Very scary. If you look at the video,
peace to that man.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at the video, there was a woman standing right next to the guy that got shot. Where if he missed, she could have got hit, but you could tell it was a targeted hit because he didn't. He had one intention and he was out.
The way he walked down, he wasn't going to miss. Like he saw the woman, and there was a person in the car. You saw that there was a black truck on the left.
Yeah,
they were like about to pull out, and then they stopped.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the fact that he took off on a city bike.
No,
Yeah.
they said it wasn't a city bike. They said it was an e-bike. They said if it was a city bike, they would be able to follow where it went. But they said it was an e-bike, not a city bike.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't think they're gonna find that guy because that guy's not meant to be found.
I reached out this morning just to check if they had any leads or anything like that, and nothing that they would give me.
What did the fourth shell case? How many shell cases did they find? You said they found three.
Three. Yeah,
shells.
they found three.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I read that he got what's his name? Brian Thompson got hit in the chest 4 times. That's what I thought I read.
Yeah, but that would have been. Go ahead, Lauren.
I thought it was a leg shot, a
leg
back
shot.
shot, and one other shot.
Yeah, I thought it was 3
okay,
shots.
okay.
Yeah, 2 in the back and 1 in the leg. I thought they said.
And the bullet said denied. I didn't hear that part. Denied defender.
That came out this morning.
Yeah, ABC is reporting. I think New York Post reported it too, but I couldn't confirm that either.
Yeah,
Wow.
deny defend pose. So that should I don't know, give detectives, I guess, some lead in terms of maybe a motive. So
yeah, and that's
we'll keep,
very scary. Like you said, because it was 6:45 during rush hour. People are like the city's packed at 6:45, 7 o'clock. So very scary.
And what I'm hearing too is that meeting actually continued. That meeting went on. That those other members of that board pretty much, not to say stepped over him, but that meeting continued.
I think they didn't know though, because in one of the articles I read for the New York Post, they basically said that during the meeting, people started getting alerts and they were like freaking out. And one guy had to stop and say, "Okay, guys, we're dealing with a medical emergency," and people stopped to call their families. Like I think they found out in real time as we did.
Well, question: how could they find out in real time? They still had to walk in the building. They ain't see all of the police cars and everything.
They probably
outside.
did, but they didn't know
They
what it was.
might not have known who it was, because at first we got the report that someone was shot. It wasn't until like 30, 45 minutes later here in the building I got an alert from CBS News that said who it was. Like
And
they
then not only
identified him.
It was one of the dudes in a truck that fell out the truck that they thought he got shot, because that was the first thing. They sent a picture of a garbage truck, like one of those loading trucks.
Yeah.
And they said somebody got shot. So that was the first report, and then it came out later that it was somebody else. So they probably, like you said, they probably found out in real time.
I know one thing. What's the point of watching that video too? Like, you're not a detective. Like, I have no reason to want to see that video. I kept seeing that video pop up. I'm like, why would I watch this?
All right. Well, people are watching it to see if they can identify him or if there's any clue that they can see what it was. That's how people identify
And
the
people
backpack
watching
and all
that because they sick, and we love violence as a society. That's
I
what they
watched
watching
it
that
because I
video
just
for.
need to know as a reporter, and I ain't trying to identify nobody.
All right. Well, that is front page news. I know we went over time, Morgan. Sorry about that.
No worries, but we'll talk more at 7 a.m. about what's happening in Washington with the new president.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Yo. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Breakfast Club.
How you feeling, brother?
Pepsi Joe.
What's up, Pepsi Joe?
Peace, Pepsi.
Yeah, I need to
Joe.
get off my chest. They let this guy get away into Central Park. As a New Yorker, do you know how many exits there are out of that park? There's no way you could cover them all.
Well, they didn't chase him through Central Park. They just followed, the cameras that seen he went to Central Park.
I'm aware, but still, it's so early. So many cops. They lit the tree that night. There's so many cops. How y'all let this guy in middle of Manhattan get away with that? That's absurd to me.
I already told y'all I don't think they're gonna find the guy because the guy's not meant to be found.
Yeah, this was.
I mean, as a New Yorker, how many places can you leave Central Park?
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's not a matter of like he was fleeing through Central Park where they were chasing him. The cameras only went up to a certain part in Central Park, and there was no more cameras.
As his point of view, it was a great way to get away because there's so many exits out of that park.
Right, exactly. I mean, this was planned. This was not like no novice. He knew what he was doing. He knew how he was getting away. He planned this out. This was not a.
That's just crazy to me. Everybody. Anyways, happy Thursday, everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, happy Thursday to you too.
Happy Thursday to you too, brother. Have a good one, brother.
Thank you.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, what's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav?
Ain't nothing, chilling. Where Jess at? Baby?
Jess off today. Lawrence here.
Hey, Trav.
What's up, I feel like every single time I call and I be asking for Jess, to be Lauren there, and I be feeling like, oh, my bad.
Oh.
What's up, Lauren, baby?
Jesus.
That sound very unenthused.
No, not saying I be feeling bad because I'm so like used to I be saying like, oh, what's up, Jess, and then they be like, oh,
maybe
Lauren
she
here.
just
And I'm
don't
like,
want
oh, my bad. Like, what's up, Lauren?
She might not want to talk to you, so maybe that's
maybe it's just you, Lauren. Maybe you
no,
just have that
I think
effect
it's
on
trap.
men.
I think it's
maybe
trap.
you have that effect even on gay men. Gay men not enthused to talk to you.
Whoa,
damn.
What effect does Charlamagne have on gay men?
Tell him, Trav.
Talk to me about that. As a journalist, I'm interested in.
Sorry, my sister.
That's right. That's right.
Go off, girl.
Shar, speaking of that, Shar, I saw you on this gay page, Shar.
Ooh,
it was
gay
like
page?
A dating app?
No, it's an Instagram page. This boy named Brahim, but he posted like a bunch of stuff, and he said, "Name one celebrity that society finds unattractive that you would still sleep with." This is what he was asking gay men, and a lot of people was putting you in there, Sean. And I said,
is that a compliment though?
No.
Oh
no,
It's
it wasn't.
sympathy.
Oh.
It's like take one for the team.
Oh, so Charlamagne is a take one for the team type of person.
Yeah.
Are you talking about GAYE Instagram?
No, not gay magazine.
You know the pages.
How many pages you know, Charlamagne?
Hey, not you know the pages.
First of all, the kids love me and I love the kids. But here's the thing: I am 90s rom-com fine, so I am an acquired taste. All right, but I am 90s rom-com fine. I am the bald head guy from any 1990s rom-com.
No, I think it's more like apple cider vinegar, like that type of taste. Ugh.
Don't be telling people how you smell.
Quick,
Why would you do that, Lauren?
I didn't call for that. I just thought super quick. Charlamagne, you always say how we spend our days trying to avoid crazy people, right? So when I seen that man shooting near that lady that was holding the coffee cup, not paying her no mind, and she was just running by and stuff. Like, we really do spend our days trying to avoid crazy things happening and crazy people, man. And we just so desensitized to what's happening out there in the world that we think that, talking about somebody getting shot in the head and saying, oh, he deserved it because, he was denying claims and like his company was denying claims. We have to stop being so desensitized to what's going on out here in this world, bro. That's not normal to see something happen.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm
calling you. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this Hassan.
Hassan, what up? Get it off your chest, Hassan.
First I want to say good morning, Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and hey, man, how y'all doing?
Hey,
peace, brother.
How you feeling, man?
All right, I wanted to talk about that Drake and Kendrick lawsuit, or the lawsuit that TR showed y'all, whatever. And I don't even want to, debate with Drake filed or whatever his opinion was. I just want to ask a question, about, I know you say all the time you got 8 million listeners, because, and I just want to know, why is it cool for whatever like that, your stature or as big as a platform that you got to have somebody of an opinion about that whole situation? It's like every time you speak such a one side, you got a negative comment. Like you don't never have nothing like unbiased to say. It's like going Drake is like always biased when it comes to like that situation. I just want to know, why is it like that? Like everything is off.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying because we said we got 8 million listeners.
He
and
says
what
you're
now?
biased. He says you're biased. You only speak from one side, and you have a
That's
big
not
platform.
True.
So why do you only speak from one side?
That's not true. If the shoe was on the other foot and Kendrick was doing this to Drake, I would have the same opinion.
But what you saying? If he was doing what to Drake? What is he doing to Drake? What I'm saying is
he busted Drake ass. I'm saying if Kendrick had filed a lawsuit or filed a petition with UMG accusing Drake of the same things Drake is accusing Kendrick of, I would have the same opinion of Kendrick as I do Drake right now. I'd be calling it the same way.
I hear what you're saying, even though I don't agree. But what all I want to say is, I'm not even going to say go into like the lawsuit, like what I'm all like, because that's a whole like you could break that down and it what it's about and all. Everything I'm saying can sound like 100% correct. So, but I just want you to make it sound like, from my perspective, it seemed like you only one-sided in the whole that seems like no matter what it is, you always got something.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have an owl? You have an owl tattoo on your left ass cheek?
Jesus.
Well, see,
no, I'm just saying you're a Drake fan, is what I'm saying. You're a Drake fan, right?
And you a kid. That's what I'm saying, though. Obviously. So this
But I'm just asking you. I'm just saying. Listen. Calm down. Listen, I know it's a tough time. It's been a tough year for Drake fans. Calm down for a second.
Girls.
But this is what I'm saying. You the one. Seem like you getting turned up. I'm not. What? And this segment is called "Get It Off Your Chest." That's what I call it up to do, right? So what I'm saying, Jess, instead of you trying to defend yourself so much, let me get it off my chest. Say what I feel. I feel like
go ahead.
You only one side off my chest. It seemed like Kendrick paid you, like somebody from it seems Kendrick can't pay you to get on the radio every morning to your DDE owners and champion whatever he got going on and 8 million listeners as somebody with a big platform and say, listen, instead of being unbiased, I'm not going to lean to this side or lean more to that side. I'm just going to give y'all not opinion down the middle. Like you just always.
Well, here's the thing.
Hold on, sir. We got to go with Charlotte.
Well, here's the thing. When something is a blowout, there's nothing to discuss except for the winner. We don't discuss the loser. When the NBA Finals is over or the World Series or whoever, you're talking about who actually won the game. Kendrick Lamar is the champion in this situation, and now after he's won the game, the loser is filing a petition because he's sad that he lost. There's only one way to cover that.
All right, well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up. Now, Lauren, we got Jess With The Mess coming up.
We definitely do. We're going to talk about Charlamagne and Whoopi Goldberg on The View.
Come over here and give me a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hop about that
Why
chair,
would you say
boy?
that to Lauren, boy?
We talking to you.
Talking to you.
Well, that's crazy.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Let's get to Jess With The Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
All right, y'all. So yesterday, our very own Charla was on The View with the ladies of The View. You guys were discussing Joe Biden and Joe Biden pardoning his son, Hunter Biden. Let's take a listen to the clip.
When Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me. But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
But that's not a monolith. Yeah. Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? Part of power,
you're ridiculous.
Right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah,
I would never. I said that. I just think that's
think about it. Think about it this way.
Charlamagne, the way you hopped up that seat, I said, oh, no. First of all, when you said under your breath, that's ridiculous. I said, oh, I already knew.
Oh, drop on the clues bombs for Whoopi Goldberg. I love Whoopi. Okay, I had no problem jumping up to hug and kiss her when she asked because I know how media works and I didn't want those headlines to be crazy. Okay, but even with that, even with me getting up to hug and kiss her, the headlines are still Charlamagne the God clashes with Whoopi Goldberg. That wasn't a clash. Yeah. It wasn't tense. It was a healthy debate.
Yeah, they did make it. The headline I read, I thought y'all was about to be going at it. Then I watched it. I was like, this is normal. He shouldn't have said that last ridiculous under his breath like that.
So all somebody do is got to ask you for a kiss or you just jump up and give it to him?
Shut up, man. Shut up, okay?
I'm confused. So are you upset that he gave her the kiss or because you feel like he was doing, like, you don't want your man out here doing all that?
I'm just curious.
You don't like a friendly guy?
I'm just curious.
Okay.
And I didn't say she was ridiculous. I said the thought, the notion of Biden not being wrong is ridiculous because I stand on what I said. The reason people think Biden is wrong is because he said it was wrong. The reason people are upset about Biden pardoning his son is because Biden told us we should be upset about him pardoning his son. He said over and over and over again that he wouldn't do that because nobody is above the law, that he respects America's institutions. But clearly that was just lip service, a bunch of cap. Nobody is mad about him pardoning his son. son, but standing on a political moral high ground like you above doing that is what people have a problem with.
Yeah, but then we also said that people can change their mind, right? There could have been things that he thought that, he might have thought Kamala was winning. He might have thought Kamala was going to win.
You know I'm from Delaware. I feel like men from Delaware be lying, and I'm tired of it. Okay? I done been through enough. This triggered me, all right? Damn. I just feel like pardoning your son is like a no-brainer. It's like, duh. Like, why not just come out and say, you know what? I'm going to do it, and that's it. Like, why did we have right after Trump won, the PR person for the White House, what's her name? John Pierre.
Right after Trump won, that's probably when he changed his mind.
Karine Jean-Pierre.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't get her name right. I apologize. But she came out and said no again. And then they had some turkey, and then it changed.
Yep.
Man from Delaware, I'm trying to tell you.
And so many people from the Biden administration, some of them are remaining anonymous, they've all said they knew he was getting the pardon from the beginning. They actually said Hunter wouldn't even have pled guilty if he knew he wasn't getting granted clemency. So cut the cap.
Yeah, because a lot of people thought that he could have beat that without pleading guilty. But okay, anyway, I'm glad that you were able to, kiss and hug it out.
Y'all cool, though.
Of course. I love Miss Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm just mad she ain't going to get that switch for you. That's what it was giving. She was about to put you over her lap. Old school.
Charlamagne was shook. You see how fast he got up?
Yo.
Your mom, get the remote. He was like, all right.
Your legs were swinging in that seat, wasn't they, Charlotte? Because when you jumped, I'm like, oh, that was a little jump for him.
Yeah, he definitely jumped out that chair.
Y'all can't take nothing serious, huh?
Nope.
No, not at all. All right, so yesterday also in New York, Flavor Flav attended the Christmas tree lighting at Rockefeller Center. Now, this is a big deal. It happens every year for those of you guys who are not in New York and do not know. So it was lit yesterday, Wednesday night. They had a bunch of different performances. For the second year in a row, Kelly Clarkson hosted the event. Mm-hmm. You had special guest performers like the Backstreet Boys, Jennifer Hudson, the Radio City Rockettes, like a bunch of different people. Now, Flavor Flav was there, just attending as, one of the celebrities that were there.
An invited guest, right?
An invited guest.
Right.
Well, okay, so here's where it gets confusing because most of the time when the celebrities are there, they are invited guests. Mm-hmm. But Flavor Flav is like really close with the Backstreet Boys. So he knew that they were performing. He went backstage to go say hello. Now, Flav tweeted that when he went backstage, he had some issues, which made me kind of feel like, well, did y'all invite him? Because NBC, the Christmas tree lighting airs on NBC and Peacock. So basically, Flavor Flav said he went backstage, and then he said he felt weird because he said he was invited, but he was escorted backstage to see the Backstreet Boys, and then at the same time somebody came in the dressing room, a security guard, and said NBC does not want you in this area and that he had to leave. At the same time, he says a social media woman came up and said, let's capture some social media content. And he was tweeting yesterday and asking, what did I ever do to anybody at NBC? All he ever tries to do is spread love and joy. And he says, actually, I think I worked with NBC when I did the Olympics, so I'm confused. Mm-hmm. He then deleted the tweet and tweeted another tweet that said, I deleted the tweet, but his spirit was still broken. He did stay after and, took pictures and things of that nature, but that's embarrassing.
Well, listen, it sounds like either one or two things. Sounds like it was either, some young people who didn't know who Flavor Flav was, or a security guard who was just doing their job. Because if you tell a security guard, nobody can come back here, especially after a day like yesterday in New York, after the shooting of the CEO of United Healthcare, I'm sure everybody was on high alert. So if you tell a security guard, nobody can come back here without the proper credentials, if they don't have the proper credentials, the security guard is just doing their job.
Yeah, it could have been the Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys could have said, we don't want nobody back here. We're about to perform. Just keep it clear.
He was taking pictures with some of them, though.
I don't know.
But Flavor Flav is not you recognize Flavor Flav when you see Flavor Flav,
absolutely,
bro. Like everybody.
But if I'm getting paid to do a job, and I'm just speculating here. If I'm getting paid to do a job as a security guard, and you tell me nobody should be back here without the proper credentials, I love you, Flav, but I got kids to feed.
I got a job to do.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
I hear you. Well, I did reach out to NBC trying to figure out what happened, because I feel like Flavor Flav is one of those people that he's just always there and happy. So what harm does he cause? But I haven't heard back from NBC yet.
I don't feel like this got nothing to do with NBC. I really don't. I think this has got to do with whatever the venue was,
security company, right?
And the security company. I really do.
Well, I did also reach out to. There's a Rockefeller tree, a website or whatever that.
Where do you get these damn numbers from? You reached out to the Rockefeller tree people?
Now you're just making up stuff.
Swear to God, on the website, there's a website and there's a press.
The Rockefeller tree.
The Rockefeller tree. The Rockefeller tree.
Don't play with me because y'all know. And Envy Wags, you this morning. I'm like, you Mr. New York, okay? I need another source. Ain't nobody getting back to
So
me.
you got the Rockefeller tree. You reached out to the Rockefeller tree. How'd you reach out to
It's a website.
Hey, Lauren will call the tree. Lauren will ask the tree. Lauren, hey, did you see anything? Rockefeller tree. Did you see anything?
Baby, and don't let a leaf fall because now that's a witness, and I gotta talk to the leaf too. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Period.
My goodness. All right.
Because we need to know.
That was Jess with the Mess with Law on the Road. So now when we come back, we got front page news. Morgan Wood will be joining us, and then Tika Sumpter will be here. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Law on the Road filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news now in Thursday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers are taking on the Lions at 8:15. Now, good morning, Morgan.
Good morning, Envy, Charlamagne, Lauren.
Hey, girl.
Peace, Morgan.
Hey, y'all. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. President-elect Trump, well, he is asking to have his criminal election interference case in Georgia thrown out. Trump's 2 federal cases have already been tossed, and he's attempting to do the same with his hush money case in New York. The president-elect is accused of attempting to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia, and a court filing lawyer Steve Sato said the case should be thrown out before Trump is inaugurated in January. Meanwhile, the president-elect is scheduled to sit down for his first network interview, NBC's Meet the Press, that'll happen on Sunday. The network says the interview will show moderator Kristen Welker, and it will be taped on Friday and then air Sunday morning. Clips of the interview will be released prior to the show. Welker interviewed Trump for NBC News in September of 2023, which ended up being his only network sit-down during the 2024 presidential campaign. Now, in other political news, President-elect Trump's embattled pick for defense secretary was on Capitol Hill yesterday, Pete Hegseth. He met with senators who will decide whether or not to confirm him. Let's hear Hegseth make his plea.
Make sure that we're putting the warfighters first. That's what Donald Trump asked me to do. Your job is to bring a warfighting ethos back to the Pentagon. Your job is to make sure that it's lethality, lethality, lethality. Everything else is gone. Everything else that distracts from that shouldn't be happening. That's the message I'm hearing from senators in that advise and consent process. It's been a wonderful process.
Now, despite a report that he could be replaced, as you mentioned yesterday, Charlamagne, by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Hegseth said he is not withdrawing his name from consideration. He is embroiled in multiple misconduct allegations, and the Washington Post reports that Hegseth will, in fact, visit Trump today at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. So we will keep you posted on that. This comes as congressional Republicans are setting their sights on President Biden's head of Citizenship and Immigration Services, blaming her for the surge of illegal immigrants over the past 4 years. He says, California Congressman Tom McClintock says the agency has bent the rules to allow as many people into the country as possible. Let's hear more from California Congressman Tom McClintock.
From the first day of Biden's presidency, USCIS adopted policies that transformed temporary programs into de facto permanent residency programs. For example, temporary status for victims of a hurricane in Honduras that occurred 20 years ago. This is illegal chain migration on steroids, all made possible by an agency willing to contort and ignore the law.
So he went on to say that nearly 8 million immigrants, illegal immigrants, have been allowed to stay in the country while they await a hearing, and that has overwhelmed social service agencies and hospitals. Director Jadot shot back at the hearing, saying her agency acted with integrity and migrants have fueled the economy instead of actually, taken from it. Any thoughts on that? Into the next
I think
story?
everybody needs to enjoy the holiday season. Everybody needs to enjoy the holiday season. Enjoy these last little bits of normalcy that we have before next year. That's
you
right.
ain't never lied. Let me tell you, it's crazy because it seems like California is going to go ahead and skip that whole enjoyment of the holiday, and they're getting down to business because California Attorney General, the last story came out of California. This story is also out of California. California Attorney General Rob Bonta, he's telling state institutions and their staff not to participate in anticipated deportations under the upcoming Trump administration, but also saying that they must comply with the law. He went on to say his office provided print guidance about what is expected. Let's hear more from California Attorney General Rob Bonta.
In response to the incoming Trump administration's threats of mass deportations, I want to affirm that California's immigrant community has the support of my office and their families by outlining steps they can take to ensure they are not using state or local resources to support immigration enforcement.
Now, he spoke at a public library in San Francisco saying the law prohibits using state funds, resources, or employees at state and local institutions to aid in immigration enforcement activities. So all that roundup, all that mass deportation, it has to be done on a federal level is essentially what's happening in California. Now, President-elect Trump has warned that, of course, the crackdown on illegal immigration, including mass deportations, is coming. So get ready. Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for me, guys. It's a lot going on, and it's a lot to keep up with. And I'll keep my eyes on that story developing out of New York for you guys with the CEO of United Healthcare as well, and check back in. So that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on social at Morgan Media, and for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com.
All right, thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
All right, now when we come back, Tika Sumpter will be joining us. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 comes out December 20th. Of course, she's in it, and she's filming a new movie with Tyler Perry called Sisters in Italy. We're going to talk to her next, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
It's always Queens get the money when she's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Tika Sumpter. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, Tika. How are you feeling?
I love your show, and I'm happy to be back. I'm good. How are you guys?
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Good.
Happy to see you.
Good.
I didn't know your real name was Euphemia.
Yeah, it's Euphemia. It's a Greek goddess. She was a martyr, and my dad named me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Latique is where they get Tika from?
Yes.
Okay.
Euphemia Latique. My grandma somehow figured out Tika. It's like a tiki bird, a black tiki bird in Florida. So Euphemia Latique Sumpter, but in school they'd be like, Euphemia. I'd be like, just Tika. Just say Tika.
Yeah. When did you learn what Euphemia meant?
Euphemia?
Euphemia.
Well, I looked it up because I was like, what is that? And and I met some like Greek people, and they were like, Euphemia, that's Greek. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, my dad kind of, thought of me as this beautiful human being. Yeah. He saw the future.
What'd that do for your confidence back then?
Nothing, because I thought it was a terrible name, and it was too big for me. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. You're in Queens, and you're like, and the teacher's like, Euphemia, Eukanuba. Like, you're like, oh God, just call me Tika. So it did nothing. Until now, until like my older age.
It all worked out.
That's right.
It all worked out.
And how'd you get into acting coming from Queens? Like what was the acting bug?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy because you don't see anybody. I mean, my sisters actually were dancers, like when they danced in videos back in the day, and like Kid and Play, like MC Light, all that stuff. So I would saw pictures, like I stole pictures from them and took them to school and was like, she's dating this person, but so I saw it from afar, but I didn't know that I can actually do it, honestly. I used to love watching cartoons and things like that. I only knew I could do it when I went to Long Island and I heard of this woman named Mariah Carey, who's from Huntington, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so I started going on the LIRR, Long Island Railroad, to New York and taking classes. But I didn't know that I can do it. I just saw the TV and I was like, this is a job? You don't know it until you can see somebody else. Or you see somebody else who's actually doing it,
And your parents believed back then because, they had to take you, right?
No, my mom didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Okay.
What did you think you was going to LIRR?
Because I used to work at a movie theater, so I had my own money to do it and take classes, but she trusted me. I was a very trusting child because my siblings made all the mistakes, and she was like, okay.
You're Euphemia. You have to live up to
that.
You gotta live up to that.
That's right.
Exactly. And so I would go to New York and on the weekends take classes, and it wasn't till I moved to New York to go to Marymount Manhattan College. I couldn't afford it. It was too expensive. I don't know why I chose a private college. And I told my mom that I was leaving and I'm going to try acting. And she was like, first of all, where's your 401k? I grew up in that kind of environment. My mom was a corrections officer at Rikers. So, she's like, what's the plan?
Yeah.
Because we don't know anybody who acts, who's making any money.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, when do you feel like, your breakout moment? When do you feel like you actually made it, that role?
I feel like there are many different breakout moments for different people, right? And I remember quitting my job in New York. I worked at a private members club, and I was just done. Like, I was done with people being inconsiderate and entitled and talking to me sideways. I literally walked out. Like, I didn't tell anybody. I just left. And I'm like crying down the street, New York moment, and the lady's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I'm fine. You know?
In New York, somebody actually stopped to see if he was okay?
It was a white lady.
It must have looked real bad. It must look that bad. It was like, something's wrong with her.
It was some white lady. She was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'll be okay." You know? And, you know, I auditioned for this show called One Life to Live at the time, and my ex at the time was like, "Look, how about you go for your dream?" This is the first time I've ever felt like I've had like somebody to fall back on, and I was like, "Go for my dream?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll take care of everything. You go for your dream." But that only lasted a week because then I booked.
Damn. I can take care of you for 1 week. That's all we got. 1 week. After that, back to reality.
No, it only lasted a week because I booked a job.
Oh, you booked the job. Okay.
They held you down for 7 days.
Damn.
Yeah. So I booked One Life to Live, and after that, I never had to like waitress or do any of those things ever again.
You played Michelle Obama a few years ago.
I did.
How was that? Did you get to pick her brain at all? Or?
I didn't. We got the okay to do it because, you know, we definitely didn't want to step on anybody's toes, but it was just from the point of view of, you know, before she became Michelle, you know, like their first date. And so it was something that I produced, and we took to Sundance and we sold it to Miramax at the time, and, you know, it worked out. And my friend Richard Taney wrote the script, and I got to work with my friend Parker Sawyer. So it was really fun to do, and that project like was very close to my heart.
Did it come out before or after Becoming, her book? I don't remember.
Way after. Before.
Before.
Gotcha. Before.
Damn, you didn't have nothing to work on.
Well, yeah, he had wrote his books already, but her brother wrote a book.
Okay.
So I got to like understand the inside of who she was before she became the Michelle Obama.
Gotcha.
You know, and so that was more fun for me because I wasn't trying to replicate who she is now. I had to kind of get an idea of who she was before that, right? And she was his boss. So their first date was definitely like, you know, it was walking the line.
You get canceled for that today.
Well, where else do you meet your person?
Not your boss, though. You can't date your boss.
Why?
You out of here. In the workplace? Oh, human resources all day long.
Maybe because it's a double standard. Maybe it's different when it's a woman and a guy.
I just feel like, where do you meet your significant other nowadays?
Yeah.
Like, nobody goes to bars.
I'm with you.
Nowadays, it's the toughest thing. Like, you can't, I'm not going to say you're not allowed to. Because you don't watch the human resource video that they make you watch every week? You got somebody else do it for you.
Yeah.
You got somebody else do it for you. See, I can tell you don't watch it.
And I met my man in a bar. I did meet my guy in a bar, yes.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago.
I met guys in bars.
Right,
but
right.
I'm just saying, that's when you used to go out.
Right.
You know? But yeah. Most of it was at work, so for me too.
All right, we got more with Tika Sumpter when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking with Tika Sumpter. Now, tell us about the Sonic the Hedgehog. And was that difficult?
Third installment.
Because you're not. It is a person, but it's not a person. It's animation. So
yeah, I mean, it's incredible what they do and how they make them look. The first one was just like a golf tennis ball. I was like connecting with. The second Sonic 2, it was these huge 3D cutouts of like us talking to Sonic and Tails and all that stuff. And then the third one was like these huge puppeteers who actually were like talking to us as their voice, as Idris and Keanu and whoever else. And so yeah, it grew as the budget grew.
Are we on the same room, or is it individually?
No, they're in the same room.
Okay.
They're in the same room. Not the voiceover part. Like, they do their part separately, like Ben Schwartz, who does Sonic and all that stuff. They do it in a booth. Okay. But for us to make it real, they bring these, like, puppeteers and, like, we're like, I love you, Sonic. Or Knuckles is like, I don't understand. You know, that kind of thing. And so, yeah, we get to, like, act across from real actors. And
do you like it?
I love it.
It just seems weird. Like, you're talking to a Muppet and,
I know, but
one time you're talking to a tennis ball.
I know, but it's like using your imagination, right? Like, the closest thing to creativity is play. So, I mean, that's what you get to, I got to do it, and I feel like I'm the coolest mom ever, because my daughter, who's 8, is like, she saw it, and she's like, thank you so much, Mom. And then all her friends were like, you're Sonic's mom.
Yes.
So I feel like I have different street cred.
She's 8 now?
She's 8 years
Time
old.
flies, boy. Time is not playing with none of
Not at all. With or without you.
With or without
With or without you. Yeah.
Now, when they first booked you for that, what made you say, I want to do this? Because it's totally different than what you've done before. What made you want to do that?
Honestly, they asked me to come read at like a huge Paramount table reading, all the executives, everybody was there. And I was like, do y'all want me to come read with you guys? That's awesome. And so then they offered me the job. I wanted to do it because I wanted to do something that my daughter can actually watch.
Gotcha.
Like, I feel like everything I do is like, she can't really watch it. So, yeah.
How is it working with Jim Carrey?
Oh, my God.
Because he's Dr. Robotnik.
Yes.
Yeah, which nobody else could play that role better.
And he plays 2 roles in this.
Yeah.
He plays his own grandfather and then the grandson. And so, first of all, I grew up watching him in Living Color.
Yeah, same.
And so to see somebody who you look up to for so long, the first one I was like, oh my God, Jim Carrey. And he's like, all right, let's talk about the script and like all the things. And what do you think about this? And help like write this joke. And I was like, what? Me? No, I can't help with anything. You write that, But it was really cool that he kind of embraced us and he's just super normal. Now it's like, oh, that's Jim, I
love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was awesome. It was awesome. A dream come true.
Now, you was talking earlier that your mom just allowed you to go, right?
Yeah.
Now, as your daughter get older, would you let her just go and say, go ahead? Nope.
These days?
I think it's really important to allow your child to have some access to independence because I feel like, or you can be kind of clobbering them and I feel like I used to, when I was in Queens, I would go down the block until the lights were turned on. And it was like, Tika, come home. I just felt like that's how you learn. That's how you learn how to fight for yourself. I remember getting jumped by my 2 friends.
They weren't your friends.
No, obviously, I found out that day. They're like, Tika, come over here. I'm like, what?
Hold on. You got hit with the come outside. Yeah. We're not going to jump you?
And she went over, hey.
Little Tika's like, going to somebody's house. The girls are like, y'all gonna fight. What?
What did you do?
I did not do anything. I think they just wanted to, I don't know why they wanted to fight me.
Wow.
Did you win or lose?
He was trying to
jump.
Let me tell you, my adrenaline, when they told me the girl, I wish I could say her name because I remember. That's how impacted
you remember
I was.
her name?
I remember everybody's name. And I was like, I'm going to fight her. And she was big. And
big, like big back or like Diesel?
Big back.
Big back, okay.
And I was like, my adrenaline shot to my heart. And I remember taking her hand. There was a thorn bush, swinging her, throwing her in the thorn bush, and she being like, I don't want to fight you. I was like, what? It was like I was in a dream. And I don't know where the power came from. I'm like, was it an angel? Because it was not me. It couldn't have been me.
It was Euphemia.
It was Euphemia.
Yes, that's you.
Yeah, and I walked away alive.
Now, you worked with Tyler Perry on a few projects.
I did.
And I noticed that, a lot of actors that work with him say that was the first time that they ever got paid what they were worth. Was that the same for you?
I'm lucky in this industry. For the jobs that I have had, I've been paid very well.
Yeah.
And he has continued the process for me. I feel super grateful because even now, I was trying to get a project made for 5 years and I had it with different production companies. And I co-wrote something with a friend of mine who's a writer on P-Valley. And I brought it to him and within days he calls me. He's like, I'll direct it. This is the first time he's ever directed something that he didn't write. And he's like, you produce it for, you really go out and produce it, which I love. He's like, so I'm co-writing, producing, and starring in a film that Amazon... Sisters in Italy.
Okay.
And Amazon bought it. And so we're finishing it in Italy in April. So, he said yes in June, July. We started in September.
Congratulations.
Wow. Tyler's a great dude, man.
Yeah,
I don't think he really gets the flowers or the credit that he deserves.
I think he gets it, and he gets it from the people that matter to him. I think, there's obviously a group of people who don't like what he does, but you don't have to watch it. Yeah.
You met your man,
yes,
the husband, on the set of The Have and Have Not. Who approached who?
Honestly, I did.
Okay. You shot your shot.
I shot my shot, which I usually do in my life anyway. But he was just making me laugh, and it was a long day. And I said, I will not date any more actors. I was like, no more. I'm done. I'm finished. And then I gave him my number, and I was like, call me, if you guys go out. And he didn't. And he's like, no, there's no way you're not married. And I was like, no, there is a way. And so, we went out one night, and then that was history.
Was he really making you laugh, or you just thought he was cute, so you just was getting
I thought he was cute. I thought he was cute, and then I was like, you know what? No, that's when I was like, I'm not doing this. And then he really did. He's really funny, like dry humor, and I love to laugh, and so that's actually what really did attract me.
Why'd you say you're not doing this though? Like,
yeah, that's what I was
not doing it anymore.
I'm a quiet dater, and I love that about my life. I keep things very close to the chest, and I've dated enough people in our industry where I'm like, I'm good. You know,
Drake?
Drake, no.
Oh.
No.
what kind of random ass light skinned beige
No,
question
you know
was
what?
that?
He was
That was a
on.
rumor.
Like Drake on your mind all the
No,
time.
I didn't date Drake, but I hosted a show when I first came up called Best Friends Date, and he was on it. He was like the celebrity guy on it, and I called him Aubrey during that time, so that's probably why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you date Drake?
No, I did not. Don't start rumors.
When you Google it, it pops up. And
Does it?
Yes, and then you look on the screen, it says right here, it's like she allegedly dated Drake.
No.
Allegedly was the most important word in that sentence right there.
That's why I
I'm trying to
asked.
start trouble.
Yeah.
All right, we got more with Tika Sumpter when we come back. She's in the new Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, which comes out December 20th. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Tika Sumpter. Jess?
The previous actors that you had dated, were you working with them? Was Nick the first person that you were working with that you actually dated?
No.
Okay.
This is why you said that earlier. How are you supposed to meet people if you're not working?
Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense.
At the bar?
Now it makes sense.
Did the other people on set peep that? Like, okay, Tika and Nick over there doing something. Like,
oh my gosh, dude! During you're in your dressing rooms, not anything crazy, but
right.
He had my makeup on. Well, Tyler has like a strict, don't mess up my stuff over here, right? Because if y'all don't get along, my show must go on.
That's right.
And so he went downstairs to go on set, and his nose was brown. And Tyler's like, "What black girl you been kissing?" And he's like, he knows. He literally knows. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And then he called me. He's like, "What are you doing? What's happening?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. We don't know. It's just hanging out."
Tyler Perry said, "We ain't got no blackface scenes in here. What's going on?" What you doing, Nick?
It's crazy. He called Tyler. Right.
What shade leaves stains?
What shade leaves stains?
What the hell?
Okay.
It's crazy. When I got pregnant, nobody knew that I was pregnant. I get a phone call. Tyler calls me. "Are you pregnant?" I was not even showing. Nothing. I just found out. Like, I was probably 2 months pregnant or a month. So I was something early.
Early, yeah.
He called me. He's like, "Are you pregnant?" Something in my spirit is saying that.
Jesus.
I was like, and my mom didn't even know. Nobody knew except me and Nick. It's crazy. So
you know Dr. Umar? I just want to know if you know.
Is he here? I would love to hug him.
You and Nick watch Dr. Umar videos? How does Nick feel about Dr. Umar?
First of all, Nick loves you. He brought your book.
Yep.
And I know Dr. Umar. I love Dr. Umar.
Yeah, me too,
I think, look, I understand empowerment to our community. Right. It's not like I haven't come from, I have a black mom, a black dad, I have black siblings, I have a black child. Like, I have a lot of blackness in my life.
Right.
I give back. I'm creating things for black people. So I'm like, I don't know what he wants me to do. And also...
Like your ancestors, so I don't know what you do.
I don't know what he wants me to do. So I'll give to his school. Like, what do you want? What did you tell me?
He said, "Is it coming out of your money or that white man's money?"
I'm like, it's all green,
I wonder if those other brothers you were dealing with stepped up. Did they ever? Because it seemed like Nick from the beginning knew. Like,
he knew. Yeah, he knew.
When you make a statement like, "I can't believe you're not married," that's what's already on your mind. Like,
oh my God.
I want you to be my wife.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I think people are. I mean, you are where you are in life. You're either ready for more or you're not. And I say to women all the time, if you don't know where you stand nowhere at all, with somebody. And so I knew. And you're either afraid to ask the question or you're like, where are we? If you're asking that, you know where you are.
That's right.
Nowhere.
That is right.
And so, and some people are ready and then some people are not. And I was ready when I met Nick. And so was he.
This might be a stupid question, but is there anything you learned on Mixed-ish that you bring into your life now?
I try not to bring any baggage that I've had onto my daughter because her experience is going to be so different than mine in a lot of different ways. Like we homeschool our daughter now. We took her out of her private school. And we read more than ever. We do more math than ever, but we've been reading these civil rights. Actually, Nick reads them to her, and she's like, I love history, Mom. And she's like, how could somebody not let people sit where they want to sit? And one day she came home when she was in school. She's like, Mom, you know Martin Luther King Jr., right? I was like, yeah. She's like,
no, she think you know him.
Yeah. No. One day she knew. You do know him, right? Like,
you knew him.
No. She's like, that man who shot him looked like Dad.
Damn.
Right.
Damn.
I was like, well, calm down. Calm down. She's like, he looked like Dad. I was like, well.
Oh, man.
You know, kids say the darnest things.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, how did y'all explain that to her?
God.
Like, what?
I was like, people were crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, and I mean, that's what happened. And we talked to our child how we want to give her, for me, I remember, you grew up like, kids aren't meant to talk or just sit there and be quiet. But I think for me, what I struggled with was not understanding my own emotions as I got older.
Yeah.
Not being able to communicate with a guy and tell him what I actually want. Because I'm like, oh, what do I feel? What do I feel? And I want my daughter to be able to express herself. And so I don't think she talks back to me. She just asks a lot of questions. And she's like, well, I need to understand why this is the way it is, or all the things. And so I'm giving her the tools to be able to speak up for herself. And you say you want your kid to have a voice, then you got to give him a voice to have. And so that's how I feel with my daughter. So we talk about a lot.
Absolutely.
Well, make sure.
Hold on, she got a children's book coming out too called "I Got It From My Mama."
I got it from my mama.
Okay.
I got it from my mama. Yeah, it comes out next year around Mother's Day, and you can pre-order it now. But it's really about the idea of like old school parenting mixed with new school parenting, and when gentle parenting is not so gentle. And so it's this idea of like this little girl being like, I got this from my mama, I got this, and it shows all these things. Like I love how she does her hair, and I try, and she sprays this perfume, and then I spray my drink. All these things she's gotten from her mom. Her mom one day snaps at her, and she goes to school, and she ends up snapping at somebody like her mom. And her mom is basically like, where'd you get that from? And she's like, I got it from you, mama. And so it's the idea of mirroring what we see. And it's okay as long as you repair it. And so the mom basically takes responsibility and apologizes to her child for snapping. And I think for me, like even to this day, my mom did something to my daughter and she's like, I ain't apologizing. And I'm like, Mom, it's okay. It doesn't take anything from you to just apologize. Like, because you're teaching your child what
your
that
behavior.
means. Behavior.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you're all, I'm not apologizing, you're a kid. They're growing up thinking, they don't need to apologize. It's a cycle of chaos.
You have to break that.
Yes, and so for me, it's the understanding of newness and what that means in parenting. And so it's called "I Got It From My Mama." So I hope you pre-order it.
Definitely gonna pre-order that.
I saw you post this on Instagram once, and I thought it was good. You said, "Would you speak to your best friend the way you speak to yourself?"
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm guilty of this. Like the way we're so hard on ourselves nowadays, and especially like the hustle culture, and like you know, Jess is doing this and Envy's doing that, and you have all these podcasts. Like you're doing. We look at all these people and thinking, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not enough, or I'm not smart enough to do what they do, or it's like do what you do. And speak to yourself. I would never, Jess, if we were best friends, I wouldn't be mean to you, right? Or if you were talking about yourself crazy, I'd be like, "Are you crazy? You're bomb. You're amazing." And then we go home and we're like beating ourselves up daily, and it's like you're literally whipping your own self, into a frenzy. And so I just feel like talk to yourself how you would talk to your best friend.
I got a homegirl named Rachel. She would like if she heard me talking crazy about myself, she'd be like, "Don't talk to my friend like that."
That's right. That's right. I agree with Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel and Dr. Umar.
I know. That's right. And Nick start doing some research and be like, "What you mean you agree with Dr. Umar?"
No, he'd probably be like, "I'd love to have a conversation with him."
Like the first question Dr. Umar gonna have is, "So you read your black daughter civil rights?" How dare you let a white man teach her history?
We both do. We both do.
Love it.
Oh Lord, Dr. Umar gonna come after me.
Yes.
Well, check out Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in theaters on the 20th of this month, and thank you for joining us so much.
Oh my
Always
God.
a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I love you. Thank you so much, y'all. You guys do a great job.
You
here.
and Nick got to come up here together one day. I think you
Oh,
and
my
we have
God.
Dr. Umar
Yo,
sit
shut up,
down.
man.
No.
That'd be amazing.
Fireworks.
Oh Lord,
Crazy.
It's Tika Sumpter. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies,
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Alrighty, so a little relationship update here, or not very much so.
You in a relationship?
Why you out of my business?
Oh, not you. Okay, I'm sorry.
You know damn well she ain't in no relationship.
why
Why you
couldn't
asking
be
questions
me?
you know the answer to? How about that?
Why
Sorry.
couldn't be me?
That's what I was asking.
Charlamagne?
Huh?
You gonna be so mad. You gonna be so mad when I get him in. And when I get him in and I stop talking to all of y'all because I'm gonna be so in love, don't act like you feel away. Okay? Now, let's get back. Why y'all so quiet?
Because
why y'all so
Who
quiet?
am I to shatter your dream?
we wish you the best.
Mom, I wish you the best. Thoughts and prayers.
Oh my
that
God, new
man.
year, new me. I'm about to do a dream board. Let me live, okay? So, Young Miami is actually who we are talking about. So, there have been some rumors that Young Miami was dating Stefan Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell y'all the backstory, all right? So, first, Young Miami was spotted leaving Carbone in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
This was the same night that Stefan Diggs was there celebrating his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He was also spotted leaving. They were not spotted together, but y'all know how that go. It's like you leave, I leave, whatever. But they were
was
not
his
spotted
birthday
together.
party. I'm sure there was a lot of women in there.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Now, she also she also posted and then deleted, like, you know, you have like the like a little birthday setup where it's like the number and like the happy birthday. So there was like a little silver setup with the happy birthday and a 31, but then she deleted it. You Google Stefan Diggs' age, he's 31.
Mm-hmm.
After that, fans noticed that she was like in the car. She did like a you know, you just do like a video on your Insta story, and the tank top she had on, the emblem on the tank top was Stefan Diggs' clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, she was on live with Tika.
Mm-hmm.
And they were joking around about her being in, at a game in somebody's jersey looking good. So people were like, sis, just let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? If this is where you going now, just let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But she, you know, she came out and not directly, but she cleared it up a little bit. She said, she tweeted, she can't fall in love with, am I allowed to say the H-O?
A hoe?
A hoe?
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, you can say hoe.
All right. She said, I can't fall in love with no hoe. She said she young, rich, outside, and she's single. So she is not in a relationship. Maybe they're just, if there is something there, because those are a lot of coincidences.
They could be enjoying each other's time right now.
They could just be dating and enjoying each other's time.
Yep.
And you know what? She deserves to do so. She is single. She is not attached to anybody. She needs to have some fun. Mama need to have some fun too.
Okay.
So the people need to let her live. I also think too, Stefan Diggs is so fly. That'd be a good little look for her.
Mm-hmm.
He gets fly. Now, moving on. Still talking music though a little bit. Apple Music and Spotify did their yearly wrap up. So every year, Apple Music, Spotify, a bunch of different platforms, but these two in particular people always post, will show you who you listen to the most, what song, what album, what artist you listen to the most. So people were posting theirs all day yesterday. A lot of people were surprised by like their top ones, their top twos. Now, globally, ending the year for Apple Music's most streamed songs, you have Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us at number 1, Taylor Swift, Cruel Summer at number 5, Shabuzi, A Bar Song at number 4. Drake and Morgan Wallen have the most entries to the top songs of 2024, but they're not top 5. What else? Oh, it's been a big year for women on Apple Music too, with Taylor Swift having 7 songs on the major global charts for Apple Music, and the second for any artist. And then SZA has 6 on that chart as well too. So it's a big. I guess this is the first year they say that women have created this history on their top songs of 2024 charts. Now Spotify, Taylor Swift is number 1 with 26.6 billion streams globally. So she is their most globally streamed artist of 2024. Drake is also on this list at number 4. Then top 10 most streamed artists just in the US, not globally. Drake is number 2, Taylor Swift is number 1, Kendrick Lamar is number 7. You have Metro Boomin at 10 and The Weeknd at 9.
Okay.
Now, I would love to know, because I did mine, and
What's yours?
I feel like mine was true to my soul. It was a really good balance of like righteous and ratchet.
And is this Apple or Spotify?
This is Apple. I don't use Spotify like how people use it.
Yeah, I don't use Spotify either. I use Apple and Tidal still. I still use Tidal.
I don't use Tidal no more. I stopped when Jay-Z left.
Maybe I need to too, but
I stopped with
Apple and Tidal.
Yeah. Okay. So my my top listen to artist is Future. Then it's Drake, Summer Walker, Sexy Red, and Erykah Badu. That sums me up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My top songs: number 1, You My Everything, by Sexy Red and Drake. Number 2, Made Away by Travis Green, because you know you gotta get a little God in before you go to this Big Sexy. Top albums. It's a summer cookout playlist and Glorious by Glorilla.
See, my number one, Mary J. Blige.
Okay, I see that for you in the house with
Number
the family.
2 is Drake.
Duh.
Number 3 is Aaliyah. Number 4, SWV. And number 5, Jodeci.
You are so light skinned.
But I keep the R&B, like this R&B music all day long in my house. I got like all day long through my crib, you're going to listen to music. Number 1 top song is You Know What's Up. Donnell Jones, Left Eye.
Envy, you are very light skinned.
But that's the playlist. The playlist always starts with that. Number 2 is I'm So Into You, SWV. Number 3 is Love Like This, Faith Evans.
Okay.
Number 4 is Hey Mr. DJ. And number 5 is Twisted Keep Sweat. But I just played the 80s, 90s, 2000s R&B and 90s.
I'm not judging.
Your era.
That's my era. That's what
I'm
I play.
judging.
You come through my crib, you gonna vibe out the whole time.
Charlamagne, what's at the top of your list? Just audiobooks?
Saucy Santana.
Oh, no, but I listen to audiobooks on Audible, so that's different. But on Apple, because I'm not even, title's different because I work out the title, so it's all crunk music. But on Apple, my top artists are Kendrick Lamar, Jeezy, Future, Glorilla, and T.I. My top songs are Euphoria, March Madness, Like That, Not Like Us, and Nuck If You Buck. And my top albums are GNX, which is crazy because that just came out, Glorious from Glorilla, The Recession by Jeezy, Please Don't Cry by Rhapsody, and Crime Mob's album, Crime Mob.
I feel like y'all lists are very true to y'all, who I know y'all to be.
But like he said, when I'm in the gym, I have Tidal playing, so it's different music. But this Spotify is my crib, so that's like what the kids are listening to in the house. So
got you.
That's why.
Well, at the house, we be having the Sonos playing, so I don't. That's different.
Well, one of our producers, I shall not name them, but it's a guy. He was very shocked. He thought his playlist, his top ranking was hacked because on the top of his list, his most streamed song was "Shake Something" by the Baby and Sexy.
That's definitely Brandon.
Yeah, that's Brandon. Yeah,
Wow.
I can see Brandon.
That's definitely Brandon.
What was number 2?
Name.
Dina?
I don't even remember. That one threw me off.
Number 2 is probably Afro Beats.
And
number 3 is probably Taylor Swift.
But I can say this, right? Brandon is a young hoe, so it would make sense that Shake Something would be his number 1 song.
Allegedly.
He out there with different chicks every night.
Allegedly.
Throwing it on, turning the song
Brandon, let's get out of here.
Wow.
Let's wrap it up.
Wow, they said Brandon number 3 is in love with a stripper. That's what they said. Number 3 was.
I was there at one point in my life, nephew. I understand.
Wow, nephew. Not
Allegedly.
Charlamagne saying you need to go to church on New Year's Eve and do the altar call, bringing your New Year right.
All right, well, that is Just With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour, man. Sad story coming out of the DMV area. There's a man named Terrell Bailey who needs to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with him, please.
All right.
Rest in peace to Cornelius McDonald. We'll discuss.
All right, we'll get into that next. And then, of course, Ask C&E is after that. So if you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them. Tell them.
It's time for donkey of the day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, donkey of the day for Thursday, December 5th goes to 35-year-old Terrell Bailey. Terrell Bailey currently is right where he needs to be for the rest of his life, in jail. Okay, he was denied bond Wednesday because he is accused of shooting and killing a beloved Prince George County activist named Cornelius McDonald. Rest in peace to that brother, sending him and his family and loved ones healing energy. What does Uncle Charlotte tell y'all quite often? Every single day of our lives, we are all just trying to avoid crazy. You know, I study Stoicism. My affirmation from my daily story today was the benefits of sobering thoughts. A sobering thought is a thought that often reminds you of the realities of life. And when you hear stories like this one I'm about to share with you, or even the story of the CEO of United Healthcare, getting gunned down in the middle of Manhattan yesterday, it absolutely provides some sobering thoughts. It reminds you of the realities of life. And the reality of life is, even when you are trying to avoid crazy, it can find you. One of the lines from my daily Stoic book today said, political winds could change in an instant, depriving you of the most basic freedoms you take for granted. Or, no matter who you are, how safely Yeah, no matter who you are or how safely you've lived your life, there's someone out there who would rob and kill you for a couple of dollars. Those are very sobering thoughts, right? Our life plans can be ruined by a million things, and as the Daily Stoic said today, might be a bit more pleasant if we ignore those possibilities, but that doesn't mean those possibilities are ignoring us. And sadly, Cornelius McDonald had an encounter with crazy in the form of Terrell Bailey, and it cost him his life. Let's go to Fox 5 DC for the report, please.
A judge denying bond for 35-year-old Terrell Bailey. We did learn also at today's bond hearing, that Bailey is apparently a special police officer in D.C. We're told he was legally carrying this firearm when he reportedly fired those fatal shots outside a Jasper restaurant in Largo. Court documents indicate Terrell Bailey and the victim, 33-year-old Cornelius McDonald, known as Neil, had an argument inside the restaurant that spilled outside the restaurant before the fatal shooting. In the last 24 hours, prosecutors and McDonald's family telling us they are aware of videos circulating on social media purporting to show Terrell Bailey bragging about the shooting. McDonald's family called the incident and the reported video online disgusting, but thanking the community for all their support. Terrell Bailey, meanwhile, is charged with first and second-degree murder, among other charges.
Oh, man. Sending healing energy to the family of Cornelius McDonald again. Sending healing energy to Maria Butler. Man, this is her second son she's lost to gun violence. Brothers, we have to learn better conflict resolution skills. This is the main reason that I do mental health advocacy. Ironically, this is what the brother Cornelius McDonald was on as well. He ran a youth mental health organization called Stay Solid. They were dedicated to enhancing the community's understanding of youth and young adults' everyday mental health traumas. I tell you all the time, if you don't deal with your trauma will ultimately deal with you. Sometimes before it gets to you, you end up projecting that hurt and that pain you haven't dealt with onto others. So that's why the work Cornelius McDonald was doing was incredible, because you got to get them young. All right, folks like Terrell Bailey needed an organization like Stay Solid when they were younger, because young men with trauma grow up to be emotionally immature humans with an inability to deal with conflict. Did Terrell Bailey not just prove that? An argument inside of a restaurant leads to a fatal shooting outside of it. Now, according to Bailey's attorney, he argued the fatal shooting wasn't self-defense, and Bailey is a special police officer in D.C. and was legally carrying a firearm. Okay, well, I have a question, Mr. Attorney. If he was acting in self-defense, then why did he record this video showing himself trying to get away and kind of bragging about ending up on this Twitter page called the Kill Mo Network? Can we play that clip, Red?
Hey, man, I love y'all, bro. Oh, hey, that nigga played with me, bro. I swear to God, he gonna kill Mo. I'm trying to get away.
Now, you got to be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s. My good niece, Michaela, drop on the clues bomb from Michaela. She went to Howard University. She knows about the DMV area. She knew how positive Cornelius McDonald was. So we was discussing this last night, and I had to ask her, what the hell is the Kill Mo? What is the Kill? What do you mean you're going to be on Kill Mo? And Kill Mo is a network. It's a popular social media page for DMV street activity. Basically, they do law enforcement's job for them. Okay, so we thank you for your service. And I think it is sad that Terrell Bailey, after killing Cornelius McDonald, number one, did a video after fleeing the scene, went on Instagram Live, basically bragging about what he just did and saying he going to be on Kill Mo. What? Ain't no self-defense. You damn sure can't plead insanity, because you had the wherewithal to get on Instagram Live, tell everybody how this man was playing with you, whatever the hell that means, and then saying you're going to end up on Kill Mo, which is a popular Twitter page for DMV street activity, and said you trying to get away. Sounds to me like this man knew exactly what he was doing, and the judge knew what they were doing by agreeing with the state that Bailey should remain behind bars. State Attorney Aisha Braveboy said it is sad that Mr. McDonald was taken from the community he actively served so tragically. And I've said it before, I will say it again. We are constantly hurting the very people that God sent to help us. We are slaying those who were sent here to be of service. Cycle breaking means stopping harmful behaviors. And I know a lot of us are doing the work to stop those harmful behaviors, but I just wish it was more of us. Please give Terrell Bailey the biggest hee-haw.
All right.
That's sad.
Sad
Very
story,
sad.
man.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
Yes, indeed. Sending healing energy once again to the family of Cornelius McDonald, man. His poor mother, Maria Butler.
All right. Well, up next, Ask C&E. If you need advice, relationship advice, or any type of advice, you can call us up right now. 800-585-1051. We'll help you out with all your problems. You can call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Ask Charlamagne and DJ Envy anything.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
It's time to Ask C&E.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess, and it's time for Ask C&E. And we have X on the line. X, good morning.
Yo, good morning. What's going on with y'all?
Now tell us what's going on with you, brother.
Oh, bro, crazy work. All right, so long story short, my 12-year-old son came in over the weekend from chilling with his girlfriend, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was going up the stairs. So my daughter was following, and she was like, Chase, something fell out your pocket. I think it's some candy. So he's like, no, don't touch it. And then my wife's like, wait, hold on. Bring it down here. And then my daughter's like, I don't know if it's candy or not. So he brings it downstairs, and she's like, well, what is it? And then, he got the guilty face on it. He pulls out a condom. I started smiling. I started cracking up like, oh, what you doing with that?
At 12?
And then, yeah, at 12. Yep, honey, at 12. So then I'm like, let's have a talk. And then I let her, get everything she get out. And I'm like, well, at least he got protection. But where'd you get this? He's like, I found it. I'm like, there's no way you found a condom and then just picked it up and put it in your pocket. I'm not believing it. There's no way. And then, long story short, she get mad at me because I'm like, well, at least he had protection, but I'm going to have a talk with him and stuff and go from there. And then my daughter's like, yeah, it looked like candy, but there was no candy was on it. And I'm like, go upstairs. Let me talk to you, brother. You go upstairs. She's like making it more goofy, and I'm cracking up. And then my wife get mad at me.
Yeah, because you cracking up.
I'm like,
it ain't funny.
Yeah, because it's funny. Like, these 12-year-olds is crazy.
No, it ain't funny. He's 12 years old. Did you ask him if he was sexually active with his girlfriend, or did he just have it in his pocket?
Why would he
He said he never kissed her. So I told him, I said, listen, I believed you up until now, so unlock your phone. We got to go through it. And she was like, yeah, we never kissed yet, yada, yada, yada. I can't wait for our first kiss. And I'm like, well, how you got a condom? You know what I mean?
Brother. First of all, what's the advice you looking for?
He want to know what he should do.
I'm saying I had to talk with him, but he was like so, guilty and like embarrassed. He really ain't want to talk to me, and I don't think he heard it. But I'm just asking, what would y'all do in that situation?
You're a father. You didn't laugh because you found it funny. You actually laughed because you was on some, haha, my boy.
No, I didn't do it like that.
She would have been in trouble.
Yeah, but like she said, if that had been your 12-year-old daughter, she'd have been in trouble. But you do need to have that conversation and tell him the importance of waiting and taking his time, and tell him the ramifications of having sex this early, whether it's kids, whether it's having a disease or anything like that. You need to have a real conversation with him, and you need to stay on top of him and be in his phone and make sure he. Pause.
It's his son.
But it's his son. But stay on top of him. Go through his phone. Go through his emails. Make sure you listen. And you need to stay close to him because he's 12. His hormones is moving, and you don't want him to do something that he'll regret. Later on in life.
That happened to me when I was young, though. I had a Trapper Keeper. Remember Trapper Keepers? If you're born in the 1900s, you remember Trapper Keepers. I had a Trapper Keeper, and I had a Penthouse magazine inside the Trapper Keeper, and my mother found it, and she gave it to my dad, and we grew up in a single-wide trailer, so I could hear what they was talking about, and my dad was like, you want me to punish him because he looking at Penthouse? I'm happy he looking at Penthouse.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like, you want to punish him. I had to talk with him. I did everything I could do, but it's not like, I didn't laugh to be like, yo, that's what's up. I'm like, yo, like, I didn't expect you to have this. I expected you to have, I don't know, but I don't think you should punish him, though.
I don't think you should punish him. I think you should have a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yeah, it's a conversation. You punish him, he'll never talk to you about it again.
I like giving him privacy, because he's a good kid. He's a straight A student. He gets different stories. He gets paid. So when I seen this house, it was a head scratcher, but it wasn't like a laugh. It was just like dang, I couldn't believe. At 12, I was trying to go all night bowling and stuff. I wasn't thinking about sex at 12. I was trying to watch TV in the morning.
Well, I was definitely thinking about sex at 12, but I was molested at 8, so that's a whole other conversation. Jesus. But what I would tell the young man is I would just tell the young man to, wait as long as possible. But I do remember when my dad came in the room, he had the same conversation with me, told me to wait as long as possible, and then he said, hey, man, also find a way to hide this from your mama better.
Yeah, because he works on his face. It's over. So I'm like, when you get in trouble, I get in trouble. So now I'm getting cussed out because you over here dropping condoms left and right.
But X, I would also tell him, like, I would have that conversation. I wouldn't punish him and make him feel comfortable where if he does want to have sex, he doesn't find a used condom he found on the floor that's probably expired, that probably got holes in it and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want your son to have sex, but
yes,
you
most
want the fact that
importantly,
he can't
encourage
come.
him not to have sex
Exactly.
at 12 years old. That's
Absolutely.
important.
And you know what's even crazy? You know what's even crazier? Like the day before that, he looked at me like I was a white parent and said, "Hey, can my girlfriend stay the night over?" I said, "What?"
At 12?
I said, "Ask him on something like that. Don't ask me that." I said,
all of y'all going to jail. You and your wife
that's
going
what
to
I
jail.
said. I was like, "You're tripping." I was like, "You're tripping." No.
Yeah. You
But
need,
yeah,
you
that's
need to
all
stay
I
on
got.
top of him and know the importance of waiting. And you might even, I don't know, but you might even might need to have the conversation with his girlfriend's parents too, just so y'all can keep an eye on him.
No,
if they're
hell
talking
no.
about coming
No,
over
you
and
don't.
spending the night,
White girls,
No, you don't.
white girls
As
is
the
bad.
girl in the
Yeah,
room,
she's
I would
white.
say, please, I don't know.
you want to
about
protect
that.
both kids. They
No, you
like
don't.
each other.
But girls get it so much differently with this conversation when this happens, depending on how her parents are. Like, I don't know.
asked to spend the night at 12.
First of all,
No,
How do you handle
no,
that?
you're not spending the night in my
I
house.
agree
at
with
12.
him. No, because I'm not. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Because she can say anything, and I'm going to jail. So yeah,
And
that's
also,
right.
girls normally are not allowed to spend the night. They lie, but the boy is allowed to have girls over. So don't.
Yeah, in the living room. That's what I said. I said y'all can kick it in the living room, but
Kick
you gotta
it, like
leave.
watch a movie. They could watch a movie, but she got to be out
Yeah.
by
My niece is
7
10, and
o'clock.
the boy better not come near no house until she like 16. I'm not playing.
I agree with Lauren.
Yeah, I'm with
ain't no
you,
12-year-old dating.
Yeah,
Ain't no
nah.
12-year-old watching movies at the house. No, we're not doing that. No.
Well, they got phones. They grew up a lot faster. That's what
They
I told
better
my
share
wife.
the screen
So
on the
I said, "Oh,
iPhone.
sort of
Watch
with
a
the
movie
phone."
that way.
But y'all don't understand. They'll lie. Like, if they want to do it, they'll lie. They'll say they're going out to somebody else's house. They go in there and
Yeah.
they'll try to lie and do it. You just gotta you gotta develop that trust. So he gonna tell you the truth regardless. Because these kids are lie. Like, how many times did you lie, Charlamagne, or I lied, or you
Yeah.
lied, Lauren? You still lie, Lauren.
And well, guess what?
lie to who?
Go ahead and you should lie because I'm not letting you do it at 12. So you have to find a way around
Yeah,
me.
because the tighter you hold them, the more crazy they become.
Exactly.
It's like you want them. You know what I mean? So,
You gotta
My
develop
mom
that trust.
wasn't the parent that like held stuff from me and stuff like that, but she was different with me than she was with my brother.
Of course.
Like, boys were not allowed in my house, even in the living room, until I was in like ninth grade. Ninth grade. It was a while.
I ain't doing that either at 9th grade. I don't think I'm doing that at 9th grade.
See, ninth grade, she
Yeah,
kind of
it's
had to. You
different
couldn't
with
tell me
my
that.
daughter.
Ninth grade
I'm
is seniors in
getting
your
cut all the
school.
way.
Well, good luck, X. Let us know how it works out too. If you can hit us back, man, because I'm curious.
Don't call us and talk about your
I
granddad.
appreciate y'all.
All right.
Hey,
All right. Ask C&E 800-585-1051. If you need some advice, call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Ask Charlamagne and DJ Envy anything. Pick it up. It's time to ask C&E.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And we're in the middle of Ask C&E. And we have Lauren on the line. Lauren, good morning.
Hey, Lauren.
Good morning.
What's your question for C&E and Lauren?
All right, so this has been heavy on my spirit. So my friend, she got engaged. Well, old friend, she got engaged. And she invited me to be the bridesmaid, one of them.
Uh-huh.
And because his wedding is a quick one, it's going to be planned in like less than 6 months, I realized that I could not commit to this financially and time-wise.
Okay.
But I still want to go to the wedding, of course. So I told her this and told her that I couldn't commit to being a bridesmaid because of that reason. Long story short, she kicked me out the wedding and said that we're not even invited to it anymore.
Oh, damn. So you couldn't be a bridesmaid, so she just uninvited you.
Yeah, and it really hurt my heart because we've been friends since grade school. And I've also been open with her about my financial goals and just everything I'm trying to work on.
Did you tell her the reason you weren't going to the wedding was because you couldn't afford it?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't think you should feel bad about nothing.
Should I even like try to talk to her and mend that friendship or just let it be?
I need to hear both sides. This sounds very convenient for you, man, if I'm being totally honest.
Why?
I just need to hear both sides. I'm not saying that she's lying. I'm just saying I need to personally hear both sides. That's all.
No, she wanted to be a bridesmaid and she said she couldn't go because she couldn't afford it and she just got uninvited. And I'm sure she was probably butthurt and was mad that her friend is not going to be in her wedding. But I think that's petty.
Question: I'm stupid here. You got to pay to be a bridesmaid? What am I missing?
Yeah, you pay for like
you
the
gotta
dress.
pay for the dress.
Of course, you pay for you pay for everything: your dress, your hair, your makeup, bridal shower, bachelorette.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it's expensive to be in a
Yeah,
wedding.
and this is.
Is it a traveling wedding? Are they
like,
traveling
I'm about
somewhere?
to ask my wife right now. Did your bridesmaids pay for themselves? Let me see.
Probably not. I mean, you got money.
I mean, kind of. I don't gotta fly, So that's like the least of my worries. But still, like it racks up quick.
No, I know. I've been in weddings before. I know.
And I have too. That's the irony. I've actually vented to her about this, about like my struggles in the past. So I thought that she would understand where I'm coming from.
Do you show up for this friend often? Like, are you able to make it to other things?
Let her tell it. No.
Oh, so that's the issue.
See, that's why I said I gotta hear other sides, because I can already hear her saying, "You don't never show up for me for nothing I got going on," and now you don't want to show up for my wedding. One of the biggest days of my life, if not the biggest. Now, I'm not putting any extra pressure on you.
I never said I couldn't show up to the wedding.
Oh, she just said she couldn't be in it.
Bridesmaid, right?
Oh, okay. Well then,
exactly.
Okay, my wife just told me yes, the bridesmaid did pay for their own dress. I understand. But you can. I don't know. Maybe you can figure something out. You should at least be at the wedding.
She got uninvited. She pulled back the invitation.
She uninvited me.
There's something else going on, man.
I think you should call her, and I think you should have a heart-to-heart. Tell her that you just don't have it. You would love to go there and support her. This is usually petty envy would be like, "Effa, don't go." But if that's your friend and that's your true friend, and it might be a misunderstanding, I think you should call her and have a conversation.
My wife paid for the makeup of her bridesmaids.
Oh, that's great.
Yes,
but all that's expensive.
I don't know. Maybe I have too much ego to like reach back out to her because basically this happened like maybe a month ago.
But if that's your friend, you could say, "Yeah, petty," but you only get one wedding. Well, most people. But
why you don't show up to her other stuff though?
It's not that I didn't want to. Like, they're just trying to show up for my other friends too.
So you don't show up for none of your friends?
No, that's not it. I do show up for my friends, but you have multiple friends, and if they have the same event on the same date, you got to choose.
I'm so confused right now.
So what?
I'm being honest with you.
Why?
So what do you think you're gonna do? I think you should reach out to her and try to have a conversation. If that's your friend, and she only gets married once, she really wanted you in the wedding, I think you should have a conversation, because she probably thinks you're full of doodle. And you should explain to her that, look, you really can't afford it. Times is hard.
Yeah, but what that got to do with her not showing up for nothing else that her friend have going on?
She's not telling us the whole story. For nothing else.
That's what your friend thinks, though. Your friend think you don't show up for nothing.
Girl, he think everybody named Lauren be lying.
But that's not true.
But you just said, I don't know what's going on. That's why I be staying out of people's business. Psych, listen to me. Okay, you need to call her and see what the hell's going on.
That's what.
All right.
Yep.
Because she gonna start subbing you in a minute on Instagram.
That's right.
She gonna be just playing Lotto song "Brokey" for no reason. Brokey, and you gonna be mad as hell.
Yo, then you gotta fight her. So you should call her. Reach out.
I don't know. I think. Sorry. If anything, I guess I can try to talk to her. My feelings is a little too hurt to try to do it again. Like I said, it's been heavy on my heart.
Why are your feelings hurt though? Why are your feelings hurt? If you feel like you show up for her as much as you can and you did everything you could, why are your feelings hurt?
Because it's exactly like you said. I show up when I can, and
that's a friend.
Nah, there's a disconnect here, because if your friend is saying you don't never show up and you saying you show up when you can, there's some real disconnect going on here.
Call her and figure it out, mama.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I don't think they really like each other.
Siri, play Brokey. No, I'm just joking. Have a good one, mama. All right, well, good luck to them. Now, you said Charlamagne be traumatizing you, be gaslighting you, but what?
You doing it right now.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, all right. Well.
I said earlier, matter of fact, I do. I said earlier that, no, I didn't even say it. Y'all assumed I was talking about me when I said relationship status update, and he just instantly threw it to the curb. Like, hello? Do you not understand that, like, relationships can happen? Single people go into relationships.
What the hell are we talking about? Did Lauren call in after for advice from CNN just now? What the hell just happened? I know the other Lauren just called.
Always traumatizing me.
What the hell is going on?
She's tricking because you keep talking about relationships and she's not in one.
Lauren's be lying, and you talking about you don't like to hear. You don't like to hear people trauma for enjoyment. I think that's exactly what you do every single day.
I don't be trying to traumatize you at all. I just be trying to get you to deal with reality. You remember what I just talked about sobering thoughts? The benefit of sobering thoughts. Okay? There's nothing wrong with having these sobering thoughts about how you'll never find a man, Lauren.
Damn! And he's laughing.
This is exactly why I take shots at my thoughts. Don't be sober. Because what are we even talking about right now? And look at you chuckling. You like
800
chuckling like a big man over there. A big man.
We have Jess with the Mess with Lauren Rosa coming up. What we talking about?
Oh my God. Yes, we do. Speaking of trauma, Tank Davis is giving more of an explanation of why he's saying he wants to step away from boxing. He said he wants to go get some therapy.
Okay.
He wants some help.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess With The Mess with Lona Rosa.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So I know in yesterday's Jess With The Mess, we talked about Tank saying that he wants to retire.
Yeah. Yes, Tank the boxer.
Tank, Javante. I'm sorry.
Javante Davis.
Javante Davis.
Yes.
For all of us that are close to Baltimore, Delaware, Philly, Jersey area, some of us call him Tank. My bad, y'all. Javante Davis. Now, a lot of people were like, you know what? That's cap. He is not retiring. It's not happening. But he talked a bit more about why he is making the decision after a few fights to step away from boxing. Let's take a listen.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, though. I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
I've always actually thought about that just in general. Like when you go to therapy, I feel like when people go to therapy and it's successful, you see the difference in them just by their demeanor, their tone, their patience. And I always thought like when you do things like where you have to be like sharp and kind of like aggressive a bit, do people avoid therapy because of that? Boxers,
that's some people.
Broadcasters, like
that's some people because a lot of people just feel like boxers are very, very aggressive. But if you ever talk to Mike Tyson or you talk to Floyd Mayweather, you see them with their kids, they're very calm, very sensitive, very mild manner when it comes to their families.
Well, maybe
Tank might be different.
No, I think even with Mike Tyson, like Mike Tyson has done a lot of work on himself, so you're getting a different version of Mike Tyson. But what people probably don't understand sometimes when it comes to those sports, especially like boxing, a lot of that times when you got that pain in you or that hurt you haven't dealt with, that trauma, that's why you're able to go in there and project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're able to go in there and project that on other people. So if you do go to therapy and start smoothing off them rough edges, I can see where you I can see what Tank is talking about, where you could lose that.
Yep.
Yeah, I even thought about that, like for like actors and music artists and stuff like that too, like people that get in a creative space because of their trauma. I always think about that as well. Now I do know, so yesterday what you guys were talking about was the presser he did with Roques Jr.
Yep.
But he has talked about wanting to possibly get back in the ring or just the option of whether he will do it or not with like Shakur.
Teofimo Lopez.
He doesn't want to do Shakur, right? He says no point to it.
Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Shakur, those are all great fights for Tank.
Well, I don't know how many of them he will or will not take, but I think it's a great thing he wants to do therapy, but I'm thinking about like life after boxing for him. If he does, if it does make the change that he thinks is going to happen, but I think it'll be good for his family and his kids. So, now moving on, speaking of therapy, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, she's been up here. She's a friend to the room. She sat down with her show that she has on Fox Soul. And it's called Truth Talks on Fox Soul. She's a part of that cast. And on that show, she's a life expert. So they talk about different people's lives and different things that are going on. And they got into the conversation of Neo. And Neo now lives a relationship where he's able to be with multiple women at one time. They started discussing that. Let's take a listen.
What is Neo to you, Dr. B?
He's a womanizer. He cheated on his wife, and that's why she left him. He didn't cheat once. He cheated over and over again. He's a womanizer. He's gaslighting himself and that wife to make it seem like he wants polyamorous when you never wanted polyamorous from the beginning. You wanted to be married but didn't have the discipline to do it, and your wife left you because she didn't tolerate that. And so she pivoted from you, and now you're going and he's making these other women pay for the heartbreak that he caused to himself by saying, I want to be polyamorous. That's BS. You want to be married. You don't have the discipline. You don't have the tools to do it. So now you want to make sure you put out into the world, look at me. I want to be polyamorous because I cheated. No, you failed in your marriage. You're effed up, and that's the problem. Now you need to heal from that and not have these self-project your pain onto these women about your messed up decision making.
Okay.
I couldn't even say the word because I would never be in that type of relationship.
But I wonder if it was the
Polynesian
opposite.
sauce?
Polynesian, polyamory, poly whatever. Ain't nothing about me poly nothing.
But I wonder if it's the opposite. If he thought he wanted to be married, but he's actually happy and not married. I wonder if he thought that he could be married and he wanted to be married and didn't like it. I wonder if it was the opposite type of thing because everybody's relationship is different.
Yes, and I would like to offer a third opinion. Neo got how many wives now?
They're his girlfriends. I think there's 3 of them.
There's 2, I think.
got
2 or 3?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
So it's his wife and 2 girlfriends?
No, he doesn't have a wife.
The wife left him because he got
divorced.
He was cheating. And
okay, so all right, I understand that. So you was with your wife. Your wife wasn't on what type of time you on. So y'all ended up getting a divorce, and now you doing what it is you want to be doing.
Correct.
If it's working for him, I don't see the issue.
Yeah, it could be like I said. It could be the opposite of what she said. It could be he tried marriage, he didn't like it, it wasn't for him, and this is where he's happy.
I totally agree.
So I hear what you guys are saying, and I think that could be true. It also could just be guy math. Because as a woman, I think on one end, it's like, if that is for him and that's what he wants to do, great, go do that and be honest about it. But on the other end, I have encountered, and I think that there are other women that can speak to this too, men who cop out of full commitment by saying things like, I don't believe in monogamy. No, you're just afraid to fully commit and be vulnerable, because that takes a lot of work to lock in with somebody.
That sounds like you're trying to tell that man what it is that he should feel. But if that's his reality, if his reality is, hey, he don't believe in monogamy,
this what works better for me.
These be the same men. That's why I said be honest, because the men I'm talking about will be the same man that is trying to be monogamous with you, but then when they mess up, it's like, oh, I don't think I really believe in monogamy, but they're trying to be monogamous with you. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, he was trying. That's the whole point of trying, and then you realize that I can't do this. Like, it happens. Like, I don't see the issue here.
Once you realize it, then you should go live that lifestyle and stop trying.
He did. Neo
did. That's what I'm saying. It's good for him that he realized it and he was being honest and he moved forward, because a lot of men don't. A lot of men lock in.
I'm sorry, Lauren.
What you did?
It just triggered Lauren. It triggered Lauren.
Sorry, Lauren.
I'm sorry.
It did
Lauren.
not trigger me.
Yes, it did. Because you started talking to whoever that guy was that did that.
What's his name?
I am so sorry that happened.
What's his name? Is he from Delaware?
Of course he's from Delaware.
First of all, I don't date people in Delaware.
Yeah, you know when people start getting nervous, you start grabbing my cup, start moving my cup around. You start cleaning up on photos.
You done with this? You done with this?
And she be telling lies that can easily be disproven. Oh, you don't date men in Delaware? Now every man in Delaware looking like in life when they were standing in the line, I'm the pappy. I dated Lauren LaRosa. I
lived in Delaware for a majority of my life, so yes, I've dated men in Delaware. But
so why would you lie and say you don't date men in Delaware? You see how fast Lauren LaRosa does
right now, I'm not dating anybody in Delaware.
Right now, okay.
All right.
And Envy, you done with that cup?
I'm done with that cup. We can clean up around.
Brad, you got Charlamagne. You need something cleaned over there. We got to get out of here.
Well, that's just
salute to Neo, man.
Let him live his life.
I think, Neo did exactly what it is you say you want guys to do.
Be honest. Be honest.
That's it. That's right.
Dang, that took the whole time.
Well, that is Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. Now let's get to the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, salute to Tika Sumpter for joining us.
Man, salute to the good sister Tika Sumpter. Make sure you go check out Sonic 3, right? Sonic 3 she's in.
Yes, that comes out December 20th.
Tika be in so much stuff.
Yep.
And she's working on a movie, Sisters in Italy, with Tyler Perry.
That's right. So definitely check
Tika,
out.
Man. Got mad love for Tika. She's a good sister.
And let me salute the Mo Better Jaguars. The Mo Better Jaguars are a Pop Warner football team out in Brooklyn. They made it to the damn near chip, which is going to be played out in Orlando. They're a small team out in Brooklyn. And I seen it on the news this morning that they were struggling raising the money to actually get there. So if you can spare $1, $2, $3, or $4, they're called the Mo Better Jaguars. I think they raised $7,200 and they need $20,000. And the game is this Saturday. So if they don't raise it by today,
they can't go.
The young boys can't go. So Mo Better Jaguars, you can Google them, look them up. It's a program out in Brooklyn that helps keeps kids off the streets, puts them into sports. Great coaching staff and all that. I was watching it this morning, like I said. So if you get a chance, head over to, just Google it and it'll pop right up. Mo Better Jaguars. It's the 2024 Pop Warner Super Bowl. Is this Saturday in Orlando. So if they raise the money today, they can make it. If not, they won't be able to go. So good luck to them young boys out there. All right, when we come back, we got the positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Jess is out today. And it's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne.
Yes, sir.
You got a positive note?
My positive note is simply this. Always remember, for those of us who deal with anxiety, your anxiety acts up around certain people because their energy simply disturbs your spirit. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?